Welcome to this edition of the Ultimate Combat Experience. I'm Mike Stidham, and joined tonight by Phil Henderson. Man, I'm already tired, Phil. We had a great night of fights last night. It's a UCE doubleheader. UCE Junior last night, some great fights. But tonight, the big boy's going to step into the cage and mix it up. What's going on in the card tonight?
Mike, we've got a co-main event tonight that I'm stoked about. We've got pretty dangerous, pretty good-looking Dave Allred going up against Justin Hilton from Rock Springs, Wyoming. We haven't seen Hilton fight yet. He's supposed to be a tough customer.
We haven't seen him fight before, but we've heard a lot about him. Big E's been telling this kid's coming down. He's going to make a little noise. But in your main event, the return of JTS going up against the Sugarloaf, Mike Crisman. Man, I got goosebumps just thinking about it.
Probably one of the most hyped fights on the internet in a long time, Mike. It's the return of Jake the Snake Paul, but he's going up against the Sugarloaf. The Sugarloaf fights anyone, anytime, anywhere, Mike.
And he's fighting him tonight. We got a couple fights before we get to that, so strap yourselves in. It's the Ultimate Combat Experience coming right at you.
Now, warriors of the ultimate fight. Get in the ring for the ultimate fight. I say we warriors of the ultimate fight. Get in the ring for the ultimate fight. I say we warriors of the ultimate fight. Get in the ring for the ultimate fight. I say we warriors of the ultimate fight. Get in the ring for the ultimate fight.
In your middleweight division, got a couple guys very well matched, but I think Matt Stoddard's carrying a bit of a chip on his shoulder into the cage tonight, which might be the X factor in this fight. Who's he fighting?
He's fighting Trevor Cook, who's an undefeated fighter, though, Mike, and he doesn't want to get his first loss. Matt Stoddard is pissed, though. He lost last week. He wants the blanket party back in Salt Lake City, Mike.
I don't even know what that means. Middleweight nose bar, check it out. So what is this blanket party you keep talking about?
Oh, Mike, when old Matt Stoddard fights, he's just all over you like a blanket and he never gives you any room.
What a beautiful blanket to have on you, though, this Matt Stoddard. He calls himself the crazy man, but this guy, man, he is fit. He's in shape, 6'1", 185, training out of the Ultimate Combat Training Center, and really, I think this kid's got a pretty bright future.
Oh, he really does, Mike. But this Trevor the Punisher Cook, this kid's got a bright future. He's undefeated.
Undefeated, also a very imposing figure. Looks like he's in pretty darn good shape as well. 6 foot tall, 185 pounds. Statistically, these guys are almost mirror images of one another. The Punishment Trevor Cook, however, maybe a bit of an advantage in experience, Phil.
You know what? I think they've had about the same number of fights, actually.
These guys look a lot alike, too, so really, this one's going to be tough to predict. Usually you come out here and you got a pretty good sense of who's going to take charge here, but right here, right off the bat, you see good exchange from both men landing shots in the early going.
Yeah, Mike, and right now is where we find out, is Matt Stoddard ready to get back up on the bicycle coming off his first loss?
Did he fall off a bike?
Well, usually when you fall off a bike, you try and get back on.
Baby.
Oh,
I'll tell you what, he just knocked his opponent off his bike right there. That was a nice right hand, left hand combination there, and it seemed to send Trevor Cook to the canvas. Trevor Cook doing a pretty good job of recuperating, though.
Yeah, Trevor Cook has, Mike. I thought it'd be out, and the blanket, or Matt Stoddard's going for a guillotine, and Trevor Cook defended it well.
What on earth was Dave hitting him for?
Dave just, he does that, Mike.
You want to get in on the action right here? Matt started trying to put a guillotine on from standing. I don't think that's going to work. This kid's a little too tall for him.
And yeah, Mike, and he's also doing the right thing. He's reaching up over Stoddard's back and blocking that. So apparently he's not just a street fighter.
There you
he knows
go.
A little bit.
Very nice defense. Ended up getting the takedown, but he did land in the guard, and Stoddard still has that choke on.
Oh, he's got it on tight, and Cook popped out, Mike, and right here, let's find out what Matt Stoddard's got on the bottom. We haven't seen him on the bottom that much.
Well, we have not seen Matt Stoddard on the bottom, and this could be a very good test for him. Looks like he's doing a nice job of pulling Trevor Cook in close to him. Almost gave up position and winds up on top now.
Boy, that was a beautiful sweep, Mike, and he landed on top, and he's in the full mount, and Matt Stoddard's impressing. I wanted to see what happened when he's like deer in the headlights, and he kept running. He didn't get ran over.
Not at all. Very busy stuff on top as well, and he's landing those shots. He's not just throwing shots without any target. Everything he's thrown so far has landed. He's picking shots and picking targets and hitting them well.
Yeah, he really is, Mike. He's kind of zeroing in there, and he's landing those shots.
Wow.
Those are hard shots, Mike.
Man, that one right there was pretty solid. And I think Dave Selliestad had seen enough. I certainly had seen enough, and I guarantee Trevor Cook had seen enough.
Oh, Salt Lake City's excited, Mike. The blanket party's back.
Oh, man. You bringing the blanket party back, Phil? Is that what you're doing?
No, but Matt Stoddard is, Mike, and he is back tonight. Came off his first loss, and I think that was a pretty dominating performance for him.
Well, I don't know that it was so dominant as it was. He seized the opportunity. When he got in position, he really took advantage of it. I thought that was very competitive until one fatal error, but the crazy man, Matt Stoddard, able to take advantage of it and come away with a big win.
This post-fight interview brought to you by our good friends at Great Clips.
Go to ultimatecombat.com for participating locations.
That was your first loss, man, so don't hang your head too far down. You're fighting Matt Stoddard. That's a tough kid. What were your thoughts on the fight, bro?
He hit me with that right and dazed the out of me, and that was all I wrote, pretty much.
Yeah, he hit you pretty early in the fight. I thought you were a little dazed, man, but you showed a lot of heart. He had you in that guillotine for a while. Your head was turning purple, and you didn't tap out. I love to see that. People get put in a guillotine. They're like, they tap out. You fight your way out of it. You kept fighting. I got a lot of props for you, man.
Yeah, it sucks. But next time I'll get in, hopefully.
Whatever the vision, we can assist. Celerity Investments. Log on to investwithcelerity.com for more information.
Matt Stoddard, how good does it feel to avenge that last loss?
Feels pretty good, man. That last fight, I had him the whole time and just caught me in a choke. I wasn't very happy this week, and I was pretty pumped to fight this week, and I showed everyone what I can do.
All right, no more of that silly little choky stuff, right?
Exactly.
All right, Matt Stoddard, you're back on the winning track. What's next, brother?
I just keep training over there at UCTC with my team, Combat Cartel. All my coaches, Phil and Dan, Sugarloaf, and all my teammates. They went 5-0 last night in the underage card. They tore it up.
This should make it 6. Great job tonight. Congratulations, brother.
Thank you. I just want to give a shout out to my brother Joe and my friend Ben in California.
I'd like to shout out to them as well.
Thanks, man.
All right. Well, I guess Matt can start scheduling the blanket party then. He got a big win tonight, man. It's got to feel good to get back in the winning ways.
The blanket party's back, baby. Yeah, Matt Stoddard was so pissed after his loss last week. He was in the gym like 6 times Monday right after the fight. He's a tough kid. Not taking anything away from Trevor Cook, but Matt Stoddard wanted it more tonight, and he was pissed.
All right, we got more of the Ultimate Combat. Don't go anywhere. Got a couple lightweights coming out here. Gabe Francis, the last time he stepped into the cage, things didn't work out so well for him, and he's just been hungry to get back here and do it again. Who's he fighting?
Mike, he's fighting Adam Wolfgram, and we haven't seen much of Adam Wolfgram yet, but he looks like he's in shape and he's ready to go.
Well, being in shape is a big factor for these first-time fighters, so let's see if it's enough for to beat Gabe Francis. Lightweight, no holds barred. Check it out. Being in shape is one thing, Phil, as you very well know. Being in fight shape is completely another. Now, Angel of Death, having never fought before, he might think he's in shape, but you find out real quick whether you're in fight shape.
Yeah, you do, Mike. You definitely do.
Well, he is 6 feet tall, 155 pounds, coming all the way from Orem, training over there at the UCTC. But now, Gabe Francis, this kid has fought a little bit before.
Yeah, and Gabe is in fight shape, Mike.
Yeah.
He's fought a few times. He knows how to fight.
Yeah, when he fights, he goes at it too. I mean, he knows how to pace himself, but he gets after it. 6 feet tall, 169 pounds. He's the animal coming from Ogden. These guys kind of meeting halfway here in Salt Lake, ready to mix it up in the cage. Dave Selliestad giving some last-minute instructions there. We're going to get this thing going. Welterweights here on the Ultimate Combat Experience. Great crowd on hand tonight, Phil. These guys, great energy. They've been in here really rooting the fighters along, and this is no different right here. Gabe Francis coming out, landing a big shot to start things off.
Oh, he landed a big shot, but that was a huge dump there by Adam Wolfgram.
Very nice dump, as you said. Gabe Francis he pulled guard, jumped up on him, but boy, he paid the price for that one. Doing a nice job though of kind of keeping Wolfgram in tight. Looks like he's climbing up for something, Phil.
Yeah, he's climbing up looking for a triangle, maybe, or an armbar, Mike. And oh, he's got an armbar on there. That might be all she wrote.
Well,
tonight.
you know, Wolfgram might be happy about that one slam, but if he doesn't get his arm out of here, he's going to be in lots of trouble.
And the fat lady might be singing a little early tonight for Adam Wolfgram, Mike.
She just very well may be striking up a chord here momentarily. It looks like Wolfgram doing a pretty good job of battling it out, but just incrementally it seems as though Francis is starting to, well, he lost. Well, no, he didn't.
Well, it was back and forth. He had it, now he doesn't have it, and wow, I think Wolfram's going to get out, Mike.
Wolfram dodges a bullet here early on in the first round, and now let's see if he can get out of this guard position here, because he found out just a moment ago camping out there, not such a good idea.
Yeah, you can go camp and you put your hands in the fire, you're going to get burned, and he needs to watch out where his hands go, Mike.
As don't all of we, right?
That's right, and right now, Gabe Francis still working for a triangle, trying to crawl up the body, and I'm impressed with Gabe Francis's movement from within his guard, Mike.
He's done a really nice job of transitioning, going after one arm, switching up to the other, and done a great job. Dave Sully said admonishing him there, I believe, for striking an upped fighter.
I think he hit him with the back of an elbow, Mike. I'm
okay,
sure
all
he
right.
came back with a back elbow there, but Gabe Francis has the TP triangle in, Mike. This is actually a submission hold right here.
Well, he's getting kneed and paying the price for said TP triangle. I think he switched it up a little bit here and trying to tighten it up. Oh, missed it right there. The head gets out. Wolfgram able to pass guard momentarily, at least. I'm not. Dave's yelling at him again. I think somebody might have grabbed onto the cage or something.
Yeah, I think someone touched the cage there, Mike. But right about now, after Gabe Francis has tried 3 or 4 different submissions, this is where we find out what type of shape Gabe's in. He's tried a couple submissions. He hasn't got them. How much does he got left in the tank?
Well, yeah, we talked about that, and really fight shape versus shape being in shape. These guys are going to get a test of it, it looks like. They're starting to inch toward round number 2, and unless this arm block goes on, he's trying to put that on from kind of half guard. I don't know if he's going to get enough leverage there, but looks like that thing's getting torqued a little bit.
Well, Mike, some people can get the Americana or the key lock from half guard, and that's how you do it right there.
Right there,
and Gabe Francis might be in some trouble here.
Well, might be in trouble. He's in trouble. Whether he can escape it or not is another story. He looks like he is going to live to see another day, but he was in a lot of trouble for a moment there, and really, now we are going to see a round 2. First time we've seen a round 2 in just a little while.
Oh, baby, the round 2 is back, Mike.
Oh, baby. This fight is sponsored by the number 2, right?
No, I think it's sponsored by Great Clips or Celerity Investments, Mike.
One of those two? All right, well, Dave Sully said kind of giving some instructions to Gabe Francis. Once again, not sure why, but man, the lovely Angelica bringing in round number 2 there.
Oh, yeah, she is lovely, Mike.
All right, round number 2 coming at you. Dave Sully said getting them going, and see right here, kind of same way the fight started. A nice exchange on top here, and looks like Wolfgram able to get a takedown, winding up on top once again.
Yeah, he got a takedown lined up on top. It looks like Gabe Francis is locking in an anaconda or a Darce choke from the side there, Mike.
Is that what it looks like?
That is what it looks like. He's having a problems rolling him over, though, but he's got that choke locked in.
Well, it doesn't look like he's quite going to get that. He's still got position there, but he's not lost anything, right, Phil?
No, he hasn't lost anything on the grip there, but now he's starting to lose it by Wolfgram getting up, even though he dropped a knee right on his melon.
Those were some nice knees, and that's kind of the pitfall of standing up out of that move, is that you're just setting up for some knees, and Gabe Francis is very happy to deliver those time and time again here. Wolfgram's in a really bad spot.
Yeah, he is in a really bad spot, Mike. He needs to sit through, stand up, or pull guard or get down. That's not a spot you want to stand
Or
in.
say a Hail Mary or two, because his head was taking some major shots as he continues to do, and right now his head's not even being held down there. He's just leaving it there, and Gabe Francis feeding him knees. Very fortunate for Wolfgram to get a takedown here, but once again, looks like he may have just kind of gotten the takedown and left something behind there.
Yeah, he's stuck in a head and arm guillotine there, Mike. But I'm impressed with this Wolfgram kid. This is my first time really seeing him fight. He's got some good wrestling skills, and even though Gabe Francis has been all over him with submissions, Gabe Francis is a good guy on the ground.
Yeah, Gabe is good, and Wolfgram's made him work for everything, but he might just have worked himself into a bad spot here. He's in triangle, and that's it.
Oh, the dreaded triangle choke, Mike. Claims another victim.
Claims another victim. Gabe Francis pretty happy about that. He really wanted to get a win tonight to avenge his loss in his last visit to the cage here. He brought a lot of people with him too. They're really enjoying him coming out with a big win.
Oh yeah, Mike, there's a lot of people here. Gabe Francis brings a small army every time he fights.
He absolutely does, and this time he's going to send them home happy. Last time they're a little disappointed, but Gabe the Animal Francis walking away with a big win, and really, I couldn't be happier for him. This kid is a great kid.
This post-fight interview is brought to you by Pirate Motorsports, 2010 West, State Street in Pleasant Grove, Utah.
Adam, that was your first fight. Pretty impressive performance, though, man. I mean, you were caught in a couple chokes. You worked your way out. Gabe Francis is no joke, man.
Oh, yeah, I better get my ass in the gym, I guess.
Yeah, that doesn't hurt when you're fighting. That, you know, if there's like 10 commandments, you're not supposed to break one when you're fighting. Training helps a lot.
That's number one.
All right, besides for that, we know you're going to start training again. What are your plans for the future, buddy?
Oh, I'm going to get back in here, scrap it up some more.
That's the great thing about the Ultimate Combat Experience. You can fight every week. You don't have to wait a long time. You can fight every week. Tonight, bro, you were good, just not good enough. Thanks for being part of the experience.
Hey, thank you.
This post-fight interview is brought to you by the United States Army. Be Army strong. Log on to goarmy.com.
All right, first of all, I'm standing here with Gabe Francis. He's a big winner tonight, but my body bronze tan has never felt so tan than when I stand next to this guy. Whitest dude I know. Gabe, big win for you now. How do you feel, man?
I feel great. That was a good fight. I never cut weight before, so that was a little different.
Eating is so fabulous, isn't it?
I was drinking water. Oh.
Yeah. All right, Gabe, we were talking a minute ago. The last time you fought, things didn't turn out so well for you. It was good to come back here and get a big win, wasn't it?
It was wonderful. Last fight was a joke. I felt great this time.
All right, well, you looked really great tonight. What's next for you, man? When are we going to see you again?
Just going to keep training. Definitely got in here again. I got a couple guys that train in my basement want to get in here, so you'll see some more of us soon.
Very nice. Give a little shout out to this crowd over here. They made a lot of noise while you were fighting. Great job tonight. Congratulations.
Thank you much, Stanley.
Conditioning is great, but it isn't going to necessarily get you a victory. And it looked like Gabe Francis just had a little bit too much, let's say, experience. He's been doing this a little too long for Adam Wolfgram.
Yeah, you know, Mike, he was just a little too much for Adam Wolfgram. I personally think it's the redhead strength. They're picked on all the time, and they want to fight back, man.
I don't know why you always pick on redheads, man.
Don't trust redheads.
I love redheads. We got more of the Ultimate Combat. Don't go anywhere. In your lightweight division, we got a kid coming out here, Eddie Pelczynski, that Hank the Vice Weiss, a UCE legend, says, I train with this kid. He's only 155 pounds, and he's a handful for me. Imagine what he's going to be for his opponent. Who is his opponent, Phil?
He's fighting Gregerson. Gregerson hasn't trained that often, wants to get in here and mix it up. Eddie, though, he's got the Chuck Liddell haircut. He's got the tap-out shorts. He might be overmatched.
Okay, lightweight nose bar, check it out. I think you got yourself a man crush on Chuck Liddell. You talk about him a lot, but Eddie Pelczynski, this kid, man, he looks like a pretty tough kid. He might have been in a fight or two. What do you say, Phil?
Oh, this kid's definitely been in a few fights. But Mike, I'm telling you, you get the Chuck Liddell haircut, you get tap out shorts, you're a world champion, guaranteed.
Oh, some guy on our forum got mad at us for saying that the other day. Eddie Pelczynski, 5'8", 155 pounds, good-looking kid. Now, his opponent has no fear, Phil.
Oh, I don't know too much about this Christian Gregerson kid, but he's getting in here. We'll see what happens.
Well, he's 5'11", has a bit of a reach advantage over his opponent at 155 pounds. An independent fighter, and these two are ready to rock and roll.
Oh, they're ready to go, Mike. Let's see what happens here.
He says touch gloves, and they're wanting to touch gloves on each other's chin right there.
Let's get it on.
And right here, oh wow, Eddie Pelczynski knocking out Gregerson in 3 seconds, Phil.
Wow.
That is the fastest knockout I've ever seen.
It's the haircut, Mike.
That's got to be a record, Phil. I'm guaranteeing you that is some sort of record. I've never seen a knockout happen faster. Eddie Pelczynski making his debut appearance here in the Ultimate Combat Experience. Let's see the Crush Combat Cam. 1, 2, blap, blap. He was done. That fight is over. He was out before he hit the ground. Pelczynski gave a couple more shots just for good measure, but that's going to do it for this one. And the introductions were much longer than the fight was, and we've shown the fight 5 times now.
Wow, Mike, that's not only speechless. Wow.
That's not only a UCE record, that's got to be a world record. There's nobody that's ever been knocked out faster than that, I guarantee it.
Wow.
Well, Phil is still speechless, and so am I. Well, Eddie Pelczynski's got plenty to say about it, I'm sure. Olwinski here coming away with a big win, and I'm sure he'll be back just as soon as we can get him back.
Pick up your Ultimate Combat Experience fightwear and other mixed martial arts apparel at Against the Fence in the Valley Fair Mall.
Well, sometimes in mixed martial arts, that's what happens. You get caught on the button. These are little gloves. They're not big boxing gloves. You can't hit someone over and over again, let them recover. You got caught. What's your plans for the future, buddy? Don't hang your head too high, too low, though, okay?
Plans for the future, get some training under my belt. You know, do a little bit more than running, hitting the gym, throwing with some friends. Just train harder. Hey, I'm coming back. I gotta do better than this. I'll be back.
Whatever the vision, we can assist. Celerity Investments. Log on to investwithcelerity.com for more information.
What the hell happened?
I just hit him.
I hit him. He fell down. Didn't take very long.
So I've been training for. I want to thank Paul Tom, Hank the Vice Wise.
Very impressive. You made history tonight. You made history. The fastest win ever.
By knockout.
Well, I got to tell you, I was talking to your girlfriend a minute ago, and she said, if only he could last that long in the sack. I was like, woo! I didn't understand what she was saying, but I'm going to tell you, great job tonight. Congratulations.
Thank you.
In your welterweight division, we got a couple first-timers coming out here. However, Chris Miller has been lined up and scheduled to fight the last 4 weeks in a row, and things just haven't happened. So he's kind of a first-timer. Who's he fighting?
He's fighting Jose Navidad, and he's from Wyoming. Chris Miller is a physical-looking kid, though, Mike. Plus, he's got the Chuck Liddell haircut, so he's got to be tough.
Chuck Liddell haircut, tap-out shorts. You guarantee toughness. Welterweight nose bar. Check it out. I'm telling you what, Phil, you and Chucky, you got a poster of him up in your room?
I got 2 posters, Mike, and I'm telling you right now, the great folks at Great Clips are doing this haircut. They're making a killing.
You've got Chucky Underoos, I'm guaranteeing it. Millhouse, Chris Miller, good-looking kid, 5'8", 170 pounds. He says he's not from Spanish Fork anymore. He lives in Salt Lake City, training up at the Ultimate Combat Training Center. Looking for good things out of him, but his opponent, Jose El Feroz Navidad.
Well, Jose's got a lot of boxing experience, Mike, and he supposedly has heavy hands.
Jose Navidad.
Da, 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 da.
Height 6'1", 170 pounds, coming down from the Evanston, Wyoming area. And as you mentioned, he's a boxer. And he's supposedly a pretty good boxer. Chris Miller, a wrestler. So boxer, wrestler, what's going to happen, Phil?
Well, 9 times out of 10, wrestler's going to take you down, Mike.
I'll tell you what, 9 times out of 10, the boxer's going to swing, and the wrestler's going to duck under and take him down. Well, there you go.
Oh, that was a nice lateral suplex there, Mike. And this Miller kid's, he's pretty accomplished in wrestling, Mike.
Pretty good-looking wrestler. You know where he wrestled, by chance?
I think he's in California, Mike.
Okay, all right. Right there looking at, he was thinking about standing and striking and thought better of it and didn't. He got right back down on his knee and happy to throw some big shots over the top at Jose Navidad's head.
Da, 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 da.
Jose Navidad.
Well, this Miller's looking good, though, Mike. As I said, he's wrestled a lot. I think it was in California. This is his first mixed martial art fight here in the Ultimate Combat Experience or anywhere, and he looks like he's in the driver's seat right now.
He's no stranger to the game, though. He's been over there on the sidelines for quite some time now, coming week in and week out. I know he's been studying the competition here and finally made his move into the cage, and so far it looks like a pretty successful one. Very dominant over Jose Navidad, and Jose clearly not as adept on the ground as he is on his feet.
No, he's not, Mike. He's kind of stuck in half guard here, and really like to see him shift and get guard back or have a little more ground knowledge. It doesn't appear to me that he has that much.
He's making things difficult. I mean, he is keeping Chris from stepping over and getting full mount. I mean, he's got a little bit of understanding, it seems. But yeah, you're right. He's not doing anything offensively underneath, and right here he's paying for it.
Oh, Chris Miller throwing some bombs at Jose Navidad, Mike.
Jose was wishing it was Christmas about now, isn't he? Been knocked into Christmas. Had about 8 or 10 shots landed on the side of his head. Now Miller doing a good job of getting him up, pressed up against the cage, and being patient, not trying to force things too quickly.
Yeah, Miller, I'm impressed. He's taking his time, Mike. He's not blowing his proverbial wad, and he's taking his time, picking his punches, and setting up Mr. Navidad against the cage there, but maybe got a little too high, and Navidad looks like he's coming out the back door.
He let him get, oh yeah, he did a good job of stopping that, but he almost looked like Navidad got up off the ground there, and now he's giving up. Well, no he didn't, yes he did. He's in a real bad spot.
Well, this Chris Miller kid though, Mike, I know from personal experience, he's a scrambler. He can scramble a lot, and he's like Ollie, he likes to shift positions, and you're kind of like, hey, what's going on? Is he on top, is he on bottom, and he's on top.
I didn't follow what you just said, Rob. I'm just going to go and agree with you.
What I said was he's a scrambler, Mike. He's up on top and around. But oh, now he's getting bent over here. Navidad's coming out the back door.
He just got scrambled on, and now just gave up really good position. Navidad going after an ankle, looks like.
Oh, maybe Navidad knows a little jiu-jitsu, Mike. He's getting right into a leg lock here, and whoa.
He sure is, and Chris Miller was in great position a moment ago, and now finds himself in not so great a position and really in a little bit of pain to wrap up round number 1 here. And looks like we are going to see another round number 2 here in the Ultimate Combat Experience. Pretty fun and interesting first round, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I thought it was a pretty dominant round by Miller, except for the end there. That was a legitimate submission attempt, Mike.
It really was, and you know, he came out from underneath to get it. Round number 2 coming at you. Really, not officially, but I would say certainly Chris Miller won round number 1.
Yeah, I don't think there's a doubt about that. He wades right in there, gets into a Greco clinch, Mike, and let's see what his throws look like here.
Well, once again, wisely, you could see that Navidad has pretty good stand-up. He threw a couple nice straight punches right down the middle, but Miller able to get underneath him and immediately tie him up and take him down.
Now, this is the type of fight, Mike, with Chris Miller obviously having a very good build and probably hit the gym a lot. Is he going to gas out? Are his muscles beach muscles? Are they Gold's Gym muscles? They're not worth anything to him in a fight, and looks like he might be gassing a little bit.
Well, he just did give up position. Navidad, for the first time in the fight, finds himself up on top, but left something behind there, Phil. He forgot something.
Oh, he did. He left an arm behind, and it looks like Miller's gonna try for an arm lock here.
I'll tell you what,
wow.
Miller has impressed me. He saw that arm, took it, and threw on a nice arm bar. That's going to be an arm lock tap submission right there. Very impressive work.
Very, very impressive, Mike. And once again, it just reiterates my fact, if you get a Chuck Liddell haircut, you're going home a winner.
All you kids out there, only if you get them at Great Clips, because Great Clips, home of the $10 haircut. Can't beat it, can't beat it. Chris Miller coming away with his first win. His first visit leads up to a win, and now he can go flex those beach muscles anywhere he wants to.
This post-fight interview is brought to you by Pirate Motorsports, 2010 West, State Street in Pleasant Grove, Utah.
Jose Navidad, man, you fought a tough customer tonight. I thought you were in a little bit of trouble when he came in with a Chuck Liddell haircut, but he was the real deal. He's a good wrestler. He had good positioning. You put up a good fight, though, bro.
Yeah, I was expecting him to stand up. That's what he said in an interview. He caught me off guard, the wrestling skills, and I'll be ready for him next time. I got to work on my wrestling a little more.
Yeah, well, this is mixed martial arts. You got to put it all together. Maybe Chris Miller was going to do that before he fought, and then he got in the cage. Was like, nope, I'm taking him down. Gonna pound him out. That was a great fight. I hate to say this to you tonight, bro. Tonight you were good, just not good enough. But thanks for being part of the Ultimate Combat Experience.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
This post-fight interview brought to you by our good friends at Great Clips.
Go to ultimatecombat.com for participating locations.
Chris Miller playing a little poker. Told him you were to stand and trade, and took him down and beat him up.
I think he heard that wrong. I heard he was a boxer, so with my wrestling background, I wasn't going to have any of that stand-up.
They're thinking now. What is next? What is next? You're thinking your way through these fights. I don't get it. What's going on?
We've revolutionized the sport. We're evolving, so I think there'll be something to watch in the future.
The evolution. of the sport. You're watching it right here. Chris Miller, you're part of said evolution. I'm going to tell you, you look very impressive tonight. Great job. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mike Stidham.
Anyone you're going to give a shout out to?
All my friends over here. We got my uncle, my brother back here, and everybody, all my friends here at the Ultimate Combat.
And one chick that I'm dating over there, one over there, a few over here. Yeah, Chris Miller, great job, brother, man.
Thank you, Mike Stidham.
Millhouse making a very big first showing in his first fight here in the Ultimate Combat. Looked very good tonight.
Yeah, he did, Mike. Good takedowns, good ground and pound, stayed on top for most of the fight and had his way with Mr. Jesus Navidad.
So proud of you for saying that almost correctly. We got more of the Ultimate Combat. Don't go anywhere. The most beautiful man in MMA, pretty dangerous, Dave Allred. Coming out here to fight in your co-main event. Who's he fighting?
He's fighting Justin Hilton from Rock Springs, Wyoming. Don't know a lot about this Hilton kid, Mike. He's supposed to be a tough customer, though, and I believe it because there's not a lot to do in Rock Springs, and that's all they do is fight up there.
Well, I do know this, is he's about this tall, but he's a fire plug, they say. They say he's just tough as nails. Lightweight nose bar. It's your co-main event. Check it out. I might have exaggerated. He's a little taller than I indicated there, but Mr. Pretty himself, Mr. Beautiful, the mouth full of teeth, coming in with a big leap into the cage. Pretty dangerous, David Allred. Little victory lap before the fight.
Mike, that was not a leap, that was a skip. I'm calling it. It was a skip.
That was a straight up skip. 5'11", 155 pounds, and you see why they call him Pretty Dangerous, because he's so pretty. His opponent, Justin Paris Hilton. Not sure where he got that nickname, but he's a little taller than I indicated, but not much. 5'5", 155 pounds. Not quite as beautiful as Dave Allred, but charming nonetheless.
Well, Dave Allred looks pretty focused here, Mike, but I noticed he doesn't have his Muay Thai shorts on.
Dave Allred's focused. He's focused on his girlfriend who's in the front row, but he was looking right over the top of the head of his opponent right there.
But this Justin Hilton is supposed to have a very good wrestling background, Mike, so let's see if he gets a quick shot in.
Well, wrestling comes into application if you don't get hit on your feet, and it looks like Dave Allred actually threw a couple punches that even landed to start this fight off, and it's like he just pancaked Hilton right on over, and now he's got position on him.
Yeah, he does, and he's right in front of his corner there with his bodyguard, Mike. Dave Allred's in a good spot here.
Dave Allred's in a very good spot, and it almost made it look too easy in the early goings here. We've heard so much about Hilton's wrestling ability. He did have a nice little shot, it looked like, but boy, Dave Allred just kind of flopped him over on his back, and it's got him pinned up against the cage.
Well, he does. Hilton's in a bad spot here, Mike. Dave Allred has his arm trapped. He's raining down elbows. Dave's right in front of his corner with the ollie and his bodyguard Noah, and I think Mr. Hilton's in trouble.
I don't know. Hilton able to scramble just a little bit there. Now he gave up his back, but did a good job of getting out of that position and just landing into an even worse position. Right here you see Dave Allred trying to sink that choke in, and I think this just might be it. Yeah, that's going to do it.
Oh, man. Mike, I got to say, Dave Allred's jiu-jitsu is looking pretty sharp.
It's not bad.
Pretty sharp.
It's not bad.
He's looking good on the ground.
I'm just kidding, man. He's the prettiest guy in MMA. I can't give him much more credit. Look how sweet he is, too. Give him big hugs and accolades to his opponent there. Dave Allred really is starting to look good and really is starting to look like he might be somebody. Oh, there's the lovely girlfriend we spoke about. How beautiful is that? The beautiful Celise sitting there in the front row, and hey, pretty dangerous. Allred is flat out in love with that girl. And look at that. Blowing her kisses, telling her I love you. What? Oh, man.
Log on to crocs.com to check out all in their newest footwear apparel.
Does it kind of piss you off to lose to a guy that was skipping around the ring and listening to the village people?
Yeah, he talks a lot. It's all good.
All right, Justin, tonight you were good, just not good enough to be the guy that skips around the cage. But thanks for being part of the experience, buddy.
Yeah, thanks.
Is there anyone that you need to thank
Yeah, I really got to thank my fiance, Mary Kirk. She's the best girl in the world. If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be able to do this all the time. So.
All right, well, we'll see you again in the Ultimate Combat Experience. We know there's not a lot to do in Rock Springs, a lot of big women up there, so they got to wrestle and fight. We'll see more of the Rock Springs guys here in the Ultimate Combat Experience.
This post-fight interview is brought to you by Skull Candy. For all the hottest gear for your MP3 player, log on to skullcandy.com.
Hey, you know what? I've been training over at your gym with Oliver Bradstreet coming in. I got Phil. He's been training me on some leg locks. I didn't get to use them. I want to thank every single person who came out tonight for me.
Especially this one over here.
Yeah.
What about that one?
My girlfriend Phoenix came all the way up to see me this weekend. Thank you so much, cutie.
Silly cameras, who needs them? Look, this red is totally clashing with our brown and blue.
Yeah.
We so color coordinated. But hey, listen, first of all, you got to win the fight. And then you've got to look beautiful doing it, which you did tonight.
Well, thank you, Mike. I want to win. That guy is tough. He's 21. I don't want to fight him when he's my age because it's just going to get harder for me. He's got a bright future ahead of him. Thank all of his fans. I'm sorry. I just wanted to end it quickly because if that went 3 rounds, it would have gone the other way.
All right, Dave. All right, I got to tell you, I got much love for you. Great job tonight. Congratulations.
Hey, thanks, Mike. Thanks for sponsoring me. I'm looking for a few more sponsors so I can do this full time.
David Allred making a statement, man. This kid is getting better, man. He's really, that's why he was your co-main event tonight. He's going to be something special.
Yeah, I think Dave Allred is going to be something special. I was kind of surprised tonight. I thought with the height disadvantage, Hilton would take Allred down and kind of have his way with him for a little bit. Didn't happen. Allred took him down and smothered him and won the fight.
And got a big victory. We've got your main event when we come back. The Sugarloaf is in the hizzow. Coming out here to fight JTS, Jake the Snake Paul. It's your main event. What do you know about these two?
I know a lot about him. I've trained both of them, Mike. JTS is back in the UCE. He's been fighting around a little bit and wants to get back in the UCE and mix it up. He's going up against the Sugarloaf, who wants to step up again to the next level. Will he be overmatched? Will he not? Let's find out, Mike.
Sugarloaf says, I'm never overmatched, man. I will fight anybody. Just stick him in front of me. And you got to admire that about him. Middleweight, no holds barred. Check it out. You can say a lot of things about Mike Crisman, but the kid's got a lot of heart. And he doesn't want easy fights. And he doesn't even want competitive fights. He wants guys that people think are much, much better than him so he can prove them wrong.
He loves the underdog role, Mike. He's told me
without a
that.
doubt. Without a doubt. 5'7", 185 pounds. Do not adjust your sets, folks. We made that picture blurry so you didn't have to look at it.
Oh, but ladies, JTS is back.
We're gonna clear up the focus right here. All those muscles are real, ladies, man. That guy is in great shape. 5'10", 180 pounds. Jake the Snake training up there with Mushin Mixed Martial Arts, and he had a couple questions for David in the fight.
Yeah, he did. You know, he's been fighting around in the country in a couple different shows. Maybe need to clarify a couple of the rules, but
maybe he should have done that backstage.
Maybe
he was just asking Dave what time he wanted him to finish this fight.
Oh, I don't think he's that confident in the fight, Mike. Oh, a nice low shot by JTS.
I'll tell you what, that surprised me just a little bit. I thought JTS would want to use some of that reach advantage and go up against Mike Crisman, but right off the bat shoots in very low, and I think that caught Mike Crisman off guard.
Yeah, I think it caught Chrisman off guard, and Jake's in Crisman's guard here, and I didn't really expect this fight to be here this soon.
No, this is in here very, very soon, and Mike Crisman, man, he's in a bad spot. He's pressed up against the cage here. He's got a big, strong kid up on top of him that knows how to strike, and JTS making him uncomfortable with that neck crank and then just sitting up and throwing big elbows at every opportunity.
Yeah, JTS is putting a can opener on the Sugarloaf. I don't know what Sugarloaf can do to get out of this, Mike.
Oh, he's know what he can do. He's stand up, and that's exactly what he's doing. Oh, Mike Crisman, as we said, man, this kid's got a lot of heart, and really, you can't really count him out of any fight. He's going to fight till the bitter end anytime he can. Getting taken back down to the ground though, right like that, that's got to be a little bit disheartening for him. He fought so hard to get back up on his feet, only to be taken right back down.
Yeah, he fought hard to get up there, Mike, and now JTS did a smart thing. He passed the guard, went into side mount. Now he's in the front headlock position, and Sugarloaf's in a little bit of trouble.
Well, yeah, he's punching Sugarloaf in a place that he's not going to hurt him, and that's his face. Sugarloaf, he's a tough kid, man. In fact, we've seen him stick his chin out, asking for guys to hit him in his face just to wear their knuckles out.
Yeah, Sugarloaf, he's kind of like a junkyard dog, Mike. He's scrapping, and he'll keep scrapping until the end. Oh, he's in a telephone hold here.
He is in a bad spot now, taking some big shots. He's got to get out of there. They're going to stop this
Get out
thing.
of there, Sugarloaf. Get out of there. Oh, he's getting out. He got out the back door,
Wow,
Mike.
Sugarloaf able to come out the back door. Took some vicious shots, though, before. Now taking some big knees from Jake the Snake Paul. And throwing some foot stomps. He's not giving this thing up. He's still in this fight.
He's throwing some foot stomps there, Mike. Oh, he goes to the uppercut.
Nice body shot, blocking the knees there. Man, Mikey Crisman doing a great job inside against Jake the Snake Paul.
He's just a scrapper, Mike. He is. He's just like a junkyard dog. He just gets in there and you leave a bone out, he's going to take a bite out of it.
I think that is the best description I've ever heard of Mike Crisman. He is a junkyard dog, man. You gotta give him that. He will fight anybody, and he'll fight using whatever he has to. And it looks like he's going to make it out of the first round, Phil.
This would be a huge upset if he wins this fight, Mike.
Well, you know, conditioning is going to be a factor. You can see right there, Jake Paul's chin is hanging. He's a little bit tired.
Ooh, maybe Sugarloaf trying to bomb there, but JTS on a quick shot up against the cage now.
Nice action to finish up the round right here. JTS finds himself back up on top where he has been most of the round, but it looks like we're going to see a round number 2 if Mike Crisman can last another half second there. There you go. Mike Crisman standing up, looks like he's a little bit tired as well, but boy, he doesn't look as tired as JTS does, though.
Oh, JTS, he might be a little tired, Mike. Who knows what's going on here?
You know, stranger things have happened in MMA, and I'll tell you what, though, he's got the best corner in the business, old Brian Yamasaki over there, applying some ice and telling him what's what and who's who. I'm sure JTS will be ready when he comes out here for round number 2. Dave Sully said getting him going right here.
Well, it'll be interesting to see who dictates the pace on this part of the fight, Mike. And Sugarloaf came out, whiffed on a couple punches, and JTS took him down.
Yeah, you couldn't even get that out of your mouth before JTS got the takedown there. And, you know, after spending most of the first round on your back, after spending most of the first round eating elbows and punches from Jake Paul, Mike Crisman finds himself on his back once again, and really, that's got to be disheartening. It really does.
Yeah, it does, Mike. I think he should have tried to take the center of the cage and sprawl and brawl a little bit instead of rushing Jake.
Well, hopefully he will make a mental note of that and change things up the next time he fights.
He can't make a mental note.
What about that girl in the front row? What's going on there?
Oh, I don't know, Mike. Hold on, back to the action here.
Well, I'm just telling you.
JTS has a choke deep on the Sugarloaf here. This could be all she wrote.
I think Chrisman was looking at the front row, too. Got a little distracted right there. Well, did something just happen? There was a fight going on?
Yeah, there's...
Oh, Jake Paul wins with a rear naked choke.
Rear naked choke, Mike. The Mata Leon.
Mike Crisman's feeling pretty good about that, though. I really think he should. I think he should hang his head up high tonight. Came out and gave a game effort against a kid that nobody gave him a prayer against, and made it into the second round. He's got to feel good about that.
Oh, Dave Silverstick going for tackle, Mike.
Dave felt like he hadn't yelled at enough people tonight, so he better pick up Brian Yamasaki and throw him around just a little bit. Jake the Snake Paul, welcome back to the Ultimate Combat Experience. It's great having you in the show tonight, and hopefully it's not the last time.
This post-fight interview brought to you by our good friends at Great Clips.
Go to ultimatecombat.com for participating locations.
Sugarloaf, a lot of people say they'll fight anyone, anytime, anywhere. You truly will. A lot of people say that. They make excuses. You stepped up against, not to demean you, a much better fighter in Jake the Snake Paul. What were your thoughts on the fight?
I went to the second round with, like you said, a much better fighter. I only had pretty much an hour to train for him, and the game plan we had just didn't work. I didn't think he was going to shoot like he did, but, you know, it happens. He's a better fighter. I got out of some situations, so I'm proud of myself. You know, I'm not going to hang my head down. Jake the Snake's a hell of an opponent. I'm just glad to go into the second round with him. You know, I also got to thank Combat Cartel. They did awesome last night in the underage show. We did pretty damn good tonight. Sorry I couldn't bring it home, but Jake the Snake's just better, you know.
All right, you hit that nail right on the head. Thanks for being part of the experience. Sugarloaf.
This post-fight interview is brought to you by Pirate Motorsports, 2010 West, State Street in Pleasant Grove, Utah.
Look good tonight, brother.
Thank you, Mike. I just have a few people I need to thank for making this possible. First of all, Mike Stidham for getting me started in MMA, starting a great show that's been around for years. I also need to thank Saab and Ehab and everyone with Playboy Energy Drinks. Check them out at playboyenergy.com. And also I need to give a shout out to Southern Exposure International for all their support. Thanks, guys.
I'm going to tell you from a personal standpoint, Saab and Ehab have bailed me out so many times I can't even count. Playboy Energy Drink, if you get a chance, pick one up. They're delicious and they support the show. They support the sport. That's big. That's big to me. Jake the Snake, without them, you wouldn't be here, and I'm just glad that you are. How big is it, though, that you got these Mushin guys in your corner getting you doing what you need to do?
Everyone at Mushin's great. I love training there. I mean, I've been to a lot of different camps, and I think I'm going to stay there for a long, long time. Those guys are awesome.
Much advised. They're good guys, and they really know their stuff. Jake Paul, you look slick, man. You look better than ever, and you look good the last time I saw you, so very, very impressed with what you're doing. Keep it up. Great job tonight. Congratulations.
Thanks a lot, Mike.
There were a couple winners in that one. Jake the Snake Paul walking away with the obvious victory, but I think Mike Crisman proved a little bit tonight that he's no bum. I mean, he belongs in these fights, and I think he represented himself very well tonight.
Yeah, JTS a little too much for the Sugarloaf, but I was really proud of Sugarloaf stepping up on short notice, taking this fight, and Mike Crisman will truly fight anyone, anywhere, anytime.
Wow, Jake the Snake, though, he's back and making in a big way here in the Ultimate Combat. It's great to have him back. A good night of fights tonight, Phil Henderson. We've got another good night of fights slated for next week. You will definitely want to tune in for that. Thank you so much for being a part of the experience. We'll see you next week on the Ultimate Combat Experience.